evening. I mean, hello.
どうも、ともきです。僕は、
Tomoki.
シトラスカレッジで音楽を勉強してます。
I'm studying music at Citrus College.
そして2年半前に来ました。
I came to America 2 years ago.
はい。で、僕の育った家はもう仏教で、高校も仏教の学校でした。
And my family I come from a Buddhist family, and I went to a Buddhist school too.
僕の、親も仏教だし、神様とかはいるだろうなとは思ってたんですが、考えたこともなかったし、まず僕は人生は自分で切り開いていくもんだから頼るなんて冗談じゃないと思ってました。
So my parents were Buddhist, and I always believed that there must be a God somewhere. But I always believed that life was something that I had to run after. And so,
僕の育った町は地元では評判があまり良くなく、僕のお兄ちゃんは新聞に載るぐらい悪い時の、中学校の番長でした。
And so I came from a town where it was kind of sketchy. A lot of and my older brother was quite wild too when he was in junior high. And he would be on the newspaper for his child.
その煽りもあって僕も小学生ですでに悪ガキでした。
And so I was also kind of a wild one even from elementary school.
悪ガキなので柔道をさせられていました。
So because I was that wild and crazy, my parents made me do judo.
中学生で推薦されて本当に毎日柔道漬けの日々になっていたわけです。
And so people accepted my talent as a judo person, and I went to junior high, receiving scholarship for that, and every day I practiced judo.
一気にね、町でも優勝して、期待されてまして。
And and I won competitions, and I received recognition very quickly.
これが全国大会の初心かな。
That's me in nationals.
それでもある日急にプレッシャーといじめといろいろありまして、すごい聞いてほしいんですけど、中学校の時一度柔道が嫌いになり怖くなって逃げ出しました。
But one day I started feeling this heavy pressure on myself, and I also began to get bullied, and for a while I wanted to quit judo because I was scared and I wanted to run away.
行くあてもなくさまよっている時期がありました。
And there was a period of time where I was just wandering around, like not knowing where to go.
周りの人も羨ましく見えたので、一度電車の前でね、自殺を一歩手前まで踏み出しました。
And I even attempted to lay myself in front of a train to kill myself.
今思えば今生きていることすらすごい神様に感謝しています。
And so looking back, the fact that I'm alive right now, I'm just very thankful to God.
なぜならあの時自分をなぜ止められたのかあまりよく覚えてないからです。
It's because I don't even know what stopped me from killing myself then.
いろいろあったけどさ、でもそれを乗り越えて強くなりました。
And so, but I went through all that, and I became strong.
強くなって頑張ったんですが、こんな感じで頑張ったんですが、でも短く言うと、結局高校でも膝を2回壊しまして、2回手術して、それで本気で柔道できなくなったんです。
A lot of things happened, but I actually injured myself twice, and I had to have surgeries for that, and so on my knee, and I was not able to play judo anymore.
すごい辛かったです、その時は。でもそれよりも辛かったのは、それを知った人たちの態度が急に変わったことでした。
And the fact that I couldn't do judo anymore hurt a lot, but more than that, it hurt me to see how people viewed me differently after I wasn't able to do judo.
周りの先生たちは離れていったし、一緒に戦ってきた仲間以外はみんな僕の周りから消えていきました。
And so even my judo teachers left my site, and the guys, my friends, other than the guys that I trained with, my other friends were out of my sight too.
今まで僕に興味があったわけでなく、僕の成績だけを見ていたわけです。
So I understood that they weren't really interested in me, but they were interested in my accomplishment.
それからは人というものをあまり信じられなくなって、変に冷めたというか、人と話すときも上辺だけで話す自分がいました。
And so I began to lose this capability of trusting people, and I began to just have relationships with people just on the surface.
みんなの活躍も見たくないし、柔道とその人たちがいないところに行きたかったので、僕は全ての大学推薦を断ってアメリカに行くことを決めました。
And so it was hard for me to watch my friends do judo and accomplish the things that I couldn't anymore, and so I wanted to go to a place where there weren't any of my judo friends, and so I declined all my college acceptance letters in Japan and came to America.
みんなの周りの人は大反対で、先生にもアメリカの大学に嘘をつかれたりしました。
So people were against me going to America, and even my teachers told me lies about the American universities.
それでも今までの練習の時間をバイトと勉強の時間に変えて、なんとかアメリカに来れました。
And so instead of practicing judo, I devoted my time on studying and earning money, and somehow I was able to raise my grades and was able to come to America.
でも当時は自分は家族や周りの人の期待も応えられなかったカス野郎だと思ってたので、常にネガティブで未来も怖いし希望はありませんでした。
Back then, I was just so disappointed in myself because I disappointed my family and the people around me, and so I didn't see myself as a valued person, and everything about my future, I had this negative view about it, and I had no hope.
本当の意味での人生と本当の友達を探したかったのだと今は思います。
And now as I reflect, I believe that I wanted a true friend and like a true meaning of life.
アメリカで自分が住み出した家の人に誘われて、英語の勉強と暇つぶしのためだけにチャージに行き始めました。
And when I came to America, I was invited by the person that I started living with American, and I was invited to go to church with him.
その人がフランキーっていうおじさんなんですけど。ありがとうございました。で、その時の僕は人を信じないし、自分はしっかりした考えがあって強く生きてきたという自信があったので、そういう神様の話などを信じるどころか受け入れない人でした。
At that point, I couldn't really trust people, and I also had this pride of the fact that I came this far in my life, really having my own strong belief about life, and I had no interest in believing in God, and I thought Christians were people of a different world.
そんなある日、フライデーに友達に誘われて初めて来ました。
And one day I was invited by a friend to come to Friday, Japanese outreach.
みんないい人だなと思ってました。
And I thought to myself that people here were very nice.
あまり俺が会ったことないような人たちでした。
And there were people who I've never met before, different kind of people.
で、縁あって当時、フライデーのリーダーをしていたアンディという人と住むことになって、いろいろなことを知って祈り始めました。
And so the leader of Japanese outreach then I started living with the leader of Japanese outreach.
すごいいろいろあったんですけど、短く言えば祈って、それでも壁もあり、波もあって、まだ信じきれてない自分もいました。
And influenced by him, I started praying, and but I had all these thoughts within my so influenced by my roommate who was the leader at Japanese Outreach, I began to really think through of what I believed in. But there were some things that I couldn't believe, the things that were preached here.
まあ、長くなるので言わないんですけど、本当に祈り始めてから周りの状況とか偶然とは思えないことがいっぱい起きました。
But as I began to pray, there were things in my life that just started happening, and I couldn't think of it as just coincidence.
そう、僕のおばあちゃんのこととか、まあ、周りの人のこととか自分の状況です。
And there were things about my grandmother and people around me, and those things were moved by prayers.
まあ、もしよかったら聞いてください。
And if you're interested in those stories, come and ask me later.
そういう経験の後から僕は全てにおいて偶然という考えができなくなりました。
And after experiencing prayers being answered, I couldn't see anything in this world as coincidence.
経験も体験もそうだけど、何度もその聖書を読んで励まされたからです。
And other than the fact that I experienced them, it's because that Bible said so. It's because I was encouraged by the Bible.
聖書では僕たちは世界に一人だけの神様の素晴らしい作品であり、すごい価値があり、神様は一人一人に計画を用意していると言っています。
In the Bible, it says that we are made we are very precious in God's sight, and that there's only one of us in this world, and that God has special plans for each of us.
確かに僕が今振り返ってみるとそう思うしかない場面がたくさんありますし、今思えば膝が壊れた時や信じていた人に裏切られた時は辛かったですが、でもそれがなければ僕はアメリカにも来てないし、この人たちに出会えることもなかったです。
And looking back at my life, I truly believe that that is true. That God had this special plan for me, and the fact that my knee was injured, and the fact that I was betrayed by my friends, they were all hard experiences, but they all led me to America.
その時は分からなくても必ず、真心の祈りは聞き届けてくれることを体験で知りました。
And because I came to America, I was able to meet these people here. And back then I didn't know that, but prayers that come from the heart are really heard by God, and I experienced that.
昔も今にも未来にも、僕の存在は一人で、歴史を見ても未来でも僕とあなたは世界にたった一人だけです。
And even if we look back in history, there's only one of me, and even if